Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Wednesday, March 17th. We're in the middle of this GameStop squeeze, and a lot of DD came out yesterday that I was reading up on Wall Street bets that guys have done. This one's really interesting. I shared it on our Twitter. Basically, it's talking about Robinhood and kind of the role they play as a brokerage and kind of the crazy stuff that goes on. I'm not sure if it's all totally true, but definitely seems like it could be, and some of it is. Kind of just supports the thesis that I've been saying for over a year since I had Robinhood, is that they're kind of skimming. You could tell when you would execute trades that they would basically take a cut because you get terrible fills or really slow or no fills. And basically they can the way it works is they take your order, they send it to the market maker, and they can actually hold it. They don't actually ever have to buy the shares. Well, they actually don't even have to. I mean, maybe they're supposed to buy the shares, but what I understood from this was if they believe it's a losing trade, they'll never even buy the shares, basically, which is crazy. And then also, it also has to do with the market maker too, and it's just basically a conflict of interest, hardcore. And it kind of points to just kind of some of the reasoning behind why they quit allowing buying on GameStop. I'm not sure if this is the total reason, but this could be part of it, which is pretty crazy. It's the CFD, which is contract for difference. That's kind of what this goes into. But anyways, here's GameStop. Market's not quite closed. Just wanted to show you guys. It looks pretty good today, honestly. It doesn't have the same trajectory we did in the morning, but it still has an upward trajectory. It's maybe kind of holding support, hopefully, on this 180 moving average. You can kind of see it's kind of grinding up here and doing its best, chugging along. Today, I wasn't sure what to expect. I remember yesterday I said, it's funny, I kind of predicted this yesterday. In my video, I said it might kind of consolidate, kind of grind up a little bit. I also said it could short ladder attack, but actually it couldn't, or maybe I didn't say that, because yesterday I think it dropped 10%. So, and then later yesterday and then today I was kind of thinking early, like, oh, this thing might go crazy because all the stimulus. And I was already thinking about that, but for some reason I just thought more so it would. But it didn't, kind of did the same, just kind of consolidation and kind of grind up just a little bit, which is still good. It's still an upward trajectory. It's good if it consolidates around these this 200 range. That's awesome. Option premium is going to get crushed, as mine is. That's why I sold option premium for this Friday, and that's doing pretty well. I actually opened up one more of them. It's already up 27% the whole trade, so I didn't want to open up too much, but basically, now it's a $2,000 profit, $2,400 risk. Basically, GameStop just has to close above 190. It's a put credit spread. And this is kind of the way I play it until we get tons of crazy volatility. Then you can make a lot with buying the premium, because the premium is already so expensive. It's sketchy to be putting $1,500, $2,000 into a stock that's it could move, but if it doesn't, that's just wasted. Better to buy the shares, really, or sell premium. But yeah, it's looking good still. I'd say it's still bullish. Kind of did the same thing we did yesterday in a way, if you don't include that, just kind of this run up and then kind of a melt off. But we're hanging above this line if you see this kind of trajectory, and especially if you come from down here, it's got a nice path up. This high is higher than this high, and that's good, and this low is lower than this low. So higher lows, higher highs, and we're on our way up. MACD's crossed over, which is nice. It's kind of coming up into this middle range, which will be good. RSI is at a good spot. This is a red candle. Looks like it's going to close below the 9 moving average, but since we're still over the 180 moving average and MACD is good and the RSI is good, I'm still think it's in a bullish trend. If this comes way down here, the stock's so manipulated though, honestly, it could and still go up crazy tomorrow. Today it was kind of setting up this bull flag, and I was like, good. I was like, oh, here's a bull flag, check it out. And then it ran up, and then some of this was from Pal, maybe. I don't know if it was really effective from that or not, but around here it's kind of Pal speaking. So I kind of brought some things down, but I think we're still looking good. I think the stimulus money coming in, but some of the DD coming out, man, that I've read is just, it's crazy, really crazy. First of all, with all the ETFs that they're shorting, that brought it down here because there's basically no shares available to short. And then now with the CFD they're talking about, the missing link. What is this? Contract for difference. It's insane. I thought about just doing a video where I just basically read this to you guys like I've done before. But you can go ahead and read this on your own. It's called Robinhood, the missing link. So yeah, it's a little bit depressing to read just because it just kind of points out how the market might be completely manipulated and there's really nothing we can do. I'll read the TLDR real quick. You aren't buying shares off of the open market on Robinhood or possibly on any mobile only trading platform. I don't know why he says that because there's a lot. Robinhood also has a desktop platform. But anyways, those buy orders are being routed to market makers to be purchased off exchange so that it doesn't affect the active trading price. So this is the point where it's, if say someone on Robinhood buys $1 million worth of GameStop and they're not putting those shares into the active trading price in the New York Stock Exchange, and they're not even buying the shares. And if they do end up buying the shares, it's off the market. Was it the dark? I can't remember what it's even called. Off market or the dark market, I don't know, something. So that'll keep the price from going up because it won't even register all those shares bought. And then if you're selling shares, they can buy or sell those on the open market, which would drop the price. So that's where it's like, oh my goodness, it's totally out of our control. But I'll just keep reading here. Your sell orders are sold on the active market so that it actively helps crash the price, like I was just saying. Robinhood got margin called because they were naked shares due to engaging in contract for difference trading. That's at CFD. Where they don't buy the shares you pay for because they expect you to lose money anyways. They just pay you the difference in price if you make a profit once you sell your position. So they really aren't even, I mean, if this is true, you're really not even partaking in the stock market. You're just looking at numbers on a screen and hitting buttons, and they might pay you out in the end. And looking at the long term, it's like, I have known this line doesn't really mean anything because especially with options and spreads, this thing will just go all over the place and it's not a good representation of what's going on. But even more so if this is all true. They got hit with a $3 billion margin call because they were short so many shares of AMC GME that were supposed to be owned in your accounts, but they hadn't bought on the market yet. So that's where that gets dangerous for Robinhood and any brokerage is doing this. Linked Robinhood Securities annual financial report along with attached active lawsuits in the filing. Fun read if you have the time. Robinhood doesn't have anything for liquidity. Get out of that dumpster and get to real broker. I've got multiple brokerages. I've got Webull, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, and E-Trade. I like Robinhood for, I know they skim, and that's why I don't trade on them. I just hold long term. I like their UI, and I like how they how it looks basically for a long term. It does what I need for long term. Unless if something crazy like manipulated stock prices comes around, then it's like, okay, then they can really screw you. But this is like kind of a once in a lifetime event. So 40% of all Robinhood accounts held shares of GME during the run up. If there were, so this is kind of crazy. 40% of all. If there were 13 million accounts at the end of 2020 and 40% of the accounts only held one share, Robinhood would have been on the line for 2.5 billion. Is that billion? The million? Yeah, 2.5 billion at the height of the 483 share price. What was the original margin call again? 3 billion. So there you go. That's kind of a quick and dirty version, I guess. But yeah, we don't. That's depressing. I still believe in it. I still think we can get this squeeze to happen. And it's still looking good. For 345 after hours, we'll see what happens, but it's trending up. Even if tomorrow, if it opens up down here, if it kind of makes new highs and then the lows are kind of higher, we're on our way up. This Friday could be crazy. I don't know. What else we do? I bought. So I was just kind of looking at my my charts and different stocks on my watch list. We bought SLGG. I called it out right here at $6.30 yesterday. I tweeted about it. Ran up. Kind of came consolidated. Ran up today. Kind of consolidating. It's still looking good to me. Still kind of a bull flag. Still above the 9 moving average. MACD still looks good. We'll see what happens in after hours. This kind of sell off right now doesn't look too good, but I think we're still good on SLGG. And then I also jumped in on eyes. I tweeted about this also. I remember when this came out and I didn't play it. I thought I was too late. I think it was like here somewhere. But basically I had news about their, I don't even remember, they basically made like fake eyes for people that are blind that can put glasses on or something and see. Really bullish news. And anyways, this was the news, and it held up pretty well. I was surprised. So hit all the way to high at 26, but it only came down to $10 here, and it was, you know, it was a penny stock before in the dollar range. And then it had this little bump, and then it's holding up again pretty well, and then it dipped pre-market or after hours yesterday, ran up today, and then I saw it and I was like, you know what, this is a nice looking bull flag. Tweet about it. I bought in like right here, and 9 is still above the 180. MACD's crossed over. It's a nice looking bull flag. I'm gonna do a little swing trade on this one also. So we got that play, and then yeah, that's the play we did on Webull today. Then on E-Trade, I think I just opened up one more. Yeah, I just opened up one more credit spread. I just added to it, averaged up a little bit. Our covered call on Airbnb is looking good. Airbnb came up today, but not too much. We have it until 2:20, so we've got plenty of room on that. I sold a call on Corsair today. It's kind of aggressive. I can roll it up if I need to, but it expires on Friday. Corsair's, man, I don't know if this thing is getting heavily shorted or what, but it's strange why it's kind of being held down here. I feel like this is pretty undervalued. That being said, today's actually, it's just starting to cross over. This could be the beginning of the run. My covered call is a bit premature, but then I'm like, I should just sell one, and if it goes up, I'll roll it over, but then it's like, oh man. Anyways, yeah, if you look at the daily chart here, it's like it was trading in this range, and I was kind of expecting that, and then got down here, and I was opening up a lot of bullish positions, expecting it to keep going, but this is when everything was, all the tech was selling off, and then it's just kind of come up back to this range, and now it's just flat through here. So on the daily chart, MACD is about to cross over, and I think this thing should be about to go pretty soon, because on the hourly even, we'll see. It's kind of higher lows, higher highs. Yeah, it's starting to make its way up. It'll probably have a breakout just before Friday, and so I'll have to roll my call that I sold. We've got these, let's see, we've got these $60 calls expiring in 2 months, down 44% on that. I would average down, but I'm pretty heavy into that already. And then I've got these $65 calls expiring in 2 days, so those will be worthless unless something crazy happens. But that's Corsair. Long term today, it's pretty flat. We opened up down, but then Powell spoke and brought light to my shares. Square came up a little bit. Tesla was the biggest turnaround. Corsair kind of had a turnaround there too. UWMC was shooting up today. Rocket kind of selling off still though. So I don't know. I think I'm trying to sell out of my UWMC. I'd rather just hold Rocket, and I don't want both of them. So I have this covered call. I'm hoping it gets up there and gets exercised. For tomorrow, we'll see. Keep watching GME. Let's see. We won't be on the short seller restriction list tomorrow. So I think this day, yeah, this was definitely 10%. So there might be short attack tomorrow. Maybe a chance to scoop up some shares. I might get some more exposure on that credit spread I have, the 190 credit spread. And I might get some naked positions, naked calls for next week. I've got plenty of exposure for this Friday. I'd like to maybe get some for next Friday. And then just use the premium from the credit spreads to kind of pay for my gambling problem on GME at this point. That'll do it from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Superman lives forever. Oh my goodness, dude. The cryptic tweets from Ryan going, what in the world? Or someone will have a crazy reason, or yeah, what this means. This is dad? Like, I don't, oh my gosh. But look, it's actually not even moving the stock anymore. So that's kind of good and kind of sad. It was nice when it would, because then if it did need a little bump to kind of get some momentum, it did. But then it wasn't nice also, because sometimes it would bump it and then it just kind of pump and dump from their tweets. But this one is interesting. Ryan Cohen doesn't tweet as much. DFV has been tweeting so much lately. I mean, this guy's going crazy. He's got hilarious tweets. This one was hilarious too. But follow us on here at Happy Money YT. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Poor Sarah, dude. I know I'm gonna regret selling that call. Yep. We will see you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.